Creatures of the night. You're either here to hear me speak about Ring of Honor or you're here to see Pretty Only. Those are two good reasons to tune in. So I didn't do a live stream today, so I know this sounds weird, but I felt really tired after work, and I was like, all right, just take a quick little granny nap and you will wake up and do the live stream. And I fall asleep and obviously have a dream about being at a wrestling show, and I'm at a New Japan show, and there's something happening, and they asked for a lucky fan to come into the ring, and I was like, oh well, maybe I'll come up on there. So I raised my hand and I'm acting a fool, like, notice me, please notice me, and they tell me to come into the ring. I go into the ring, and all of a sudden, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to win a prize or a lucky date with one of the wrestlers back there. And I've been chosen to do a swanton bomb on an opponent. And I was just like, oh shit, like, no thank you. And anyway, I go to do it anyway in the dream. And what's so funny about it is that, when you're dreaming and you're falling in a dream, how like your body actually feel like it's physically happening, so you always end up waking up if you're falling. So that's what happens. So I go for it, my body in real life feels like I'm falling, so I end up waking up. I wake up and I was like, holy fucking shit, am I home or am I at a show? Then I realized I forgot to do a stream. But I'm here for you guys for the review. Let's talk about the show today. We actually started off with tag team action. We had Persephone teaming up with Thunder Rosa to go against Layla Gray and Dulce Tormenta. Can I just say that this match was better than the matches from last night on Dynamite? And I was really impressed. Like, these girls, they could have literally been on Collision or Dynamite last night and tore it up. But instead, Tony Khan was just like, I'm going to give y'all 14 minutes of girls in a 4-hour show for a Fighter Fest, which Tony Khan, I can't even believe you even did that. Now, Persephone and Thunder Rosa have really great chemistry with each other. Layla, I feel like she's part of the she's about to be part of the tournament for the pure championship that they're going to be debuting at some point whenever y'all feel like getting to it, Tony Khan. And she's actually been just taking L's after L's after L's, but I felt like this tag match really made her look good. Her partner looked great with her. The chemistry was not as great, I felt like, with Persephone and Thunder Rosa, but the crowd was absolutely loving all these girls, but a little bit more for Thunder Rosa. This is when they were in El Paso, Texas last week, so from that taping. So obviously Texas and, Thunder Rosa, they're making a lot of noise. I was really surprised to see Thunder Rosa be on Ring of Honor. She has been on Ring of Honor before, but I was not expecting this. Now, Thunder Rosa, Persephone ends up taking the win. An impressive match, I feel like, for all four of these ladies. And I kind of was upset about Layla losing again, but she did not take the pin. Dulce Tormenta was the one who ended up getting pinned, so that made me feel a little bit better. I just wish that going into the tournament that Layla Gray would at least get a win. Now, when I think of like the pure women's championship, I actually don't think of Layla Gray coming to mind, but she's the only person who has been announced for this tournament to actually be losing every single thing. None of the other girls has ever lost anything else. So for me, that almost make her feel like maybe towards the audience that maybe she's not ready to be in this. But what if it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, she lost everything coming into this tournament, but then she ends up being on fire during the tournament and maybe even make it to the finals, or dare I say even fucking win the peer championship. I don't know if that's the case that they're going to go with, but I thought she looked really, really great here tonight, and everyone looked amazing. Now, a little later on the show, Thunder Rosa and Persephone are speaking about how well they did and how they whooped those girls' asses, and that they should team up again. Listen up. They're going to team up again in Mexico. You guys know Mexico Grand Slam is in 2 more weeks, and they're like, hey, we're going to team up again and go against opponents at Global Wars Mexico. That's right. So Ring of Honor is going to have another special, Global Wars special, but this time there will be in Mexico. So they're definitely taking advantage of them being over there in Mexico, get all the tapings and be able to get all the wrestlers that they can so that they can be filming. And that is exactly what they should be doing for Ring of Honor. Impressive match by these ladies. Layla Gray, I'm pulling for you, girl. I'm pulling for you. Now after this, we show a backstage segment of the frat house. They were apparently up all night partying and drinking, and they're backstage fooling around, and here comes Ian Riccaboni, who's walking by. They're like, bring your ass over here. And they're pretty much just picking on him, and they were like, hey, look, you know, we watch all our matches back. You know, so we hear everything that you have to say. And Ian is like, well, y'all did a good job against the ops on Dynamite. Y'all got your ass whooped, but y'all tried to do something. And they're like, well, how come is it that when we're watching our matches back, we're noticing how you are saying horrible things about us, just talking shit? And I was like, you know what, they're right. He hasn't been saying nice things about these young men. And they're picking on him, and long story short, they give him a cup so they can drink with him, and they say, look, win or lose, we booze. I kind of do like the little catchphrase that they got going on, but at the same time, it kind of seems like we don't care if we win or not. We still gonna drink up. And honestly, after a while, I don't know if that's going to be a good thing for them to keep saying if they're going to keep losing. Now, here we have the frat house. They are supposed to be doing some initiation for some pledges that's trying to get into the group. Now, these guys don't look as half as good as the guys that are in the group, but they're trying their luck to get in. Now, they're making their way into the ring, and they're doing this initiation, but with a match. So it's Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison, Lord have my Griff Garrison been at the gym, y'all. Like, Griff Garrison, not that little scrawny Griff Garrison y'all seen. He has, I really feel like him being in this group has definitely had him feeling encouraged about his physique and whatnot. He looks great. Cole Carter's looking even better as well. You know, he was, he had an injury last year as well, and even throughout the beginning of the year too. So I think everybody looked good here, but we're focusing on Griff Garrison and Cole Carter in the ring with local talent. Now, local talent is getting cheered, and obviously the frat house are getting booed. I am not a fan of squash matches. Matter of fact, I was just like, y'all doing a squash match? That's very interesting. And can I just say that this is one of those few times I felt like it worked out. I felt like it worked out, and Cole Carter and Griff Garrison looked like $1,000,000 freaking bucks tonight. And I was just like, oh, it actually worked with the whole squash situation. It was like 3 to 4 minutes, but I felt like they looked strong and dominating, which is how I wish they would look like with other teams. You know, I feel like the potential is there with this type of characters that they got in the stable. I think the right people are in it. But if they focus on this team, like, they can go for 6-man tag titles. They can be even going for singles titles within the group because there's 4 members. And I really do feel like there is something that we should be pushing when it comes to these guys. And yes, I understand this was with local talent, but y'all need to give them an opportunity to do a hell of a lot more. They obviously end up taking the win, and I am very curious to see how far we can go with this group. Now after this, we have Aaron Solo. They bring him around every once in a while when I remember, oh, he's still employed, to go against Wheeler Yuta. And I feel like the last time I seen Aaron Solo, or maybe the second to last time I seen Aaron Solo, he went against Wheeler Yuta. I am almost certain about that. Aaron Solo is a great wrestler, and if they would give him some more opportunities, then he can be able to move up on the card. And I feel like Ring of Honor would be a great place for him to be able to move up. But when you bring in Wheeler Yuta from AEW to go over there and just kill everybody, then obviously it's not looking good. Wheeler Yuta looked great. Aaron Solo looked great. Their chemistry, I think, are definitely there. But Wheeler Yuta, being part of the Death Riders and should be rightfully winning, ends up taking the win. Wheeler Yuta, if they're trying to do something with him over there, like, they probably should focus on putting him in the pure division or something. I just feel like every once in a while they remember that Wheeler Yuta should be doing something other than getting beat up by his teammates, and they put him on Ring of Honor to get a little bit of a win. Now after this, we get a nice video package of Bandito, who is Ring of Honor's most wanted man. And you know what, that makes sense. But when I was watching that, I was like, okay, most wanted man, but nobody has actually been challenging this guy. Like literally nobody has been challenging him. Very interesting. But then here we cut to MXM Collection, Johnny TV and Taya Valkyrie. And Mansoor decides that he's going to be challenging Bandito in a Proving Grounds match next week. And I was like, okay, finally a challenger. And honestly, I love MXM together, but I do feel like they are actually great in singles competition. So every once in a while, you see them doing a singles match. Now, they end up cutting a promo where Mansoor is like speaking Spanish and then Taya has to translate in English, but it's not working out because Mansoor barely knows anything. And he just go like, look, I want to go against you for the championship, but they end up scheduling it in as a Proving Grounds match. So if he wins that, then he gets to go for the championship at another time. Now after this, our main event, our forever champion is back, Athena, in a Proving Grounds match against Rachel Armstrong. Rachel, I believe, is local talent, not 100% sure, but everybody and their mama was making a lot of noise for her. And look, Rachel, she cute and everything, but I did not believe for 1 second that she was even going to make it like 5 minutes in this match. But she actually got a chance to do a little something with Athena. But Athena, she hasn't been in the ring since she's been in the match with Mercedes for the not Continental, I'm about to say Continental Classic, for the Owen Hart Cup. So it's been a while since she's been in action. So she is really taking that aggression on Rachel. Poor Rachel, who ends up taking the L like we expected and continues to beat her up even after the match. And Thunder Rosa come on out there to save Rachel. And when Athena runs away so that, you know, she doesn't get into it physically with Thunder Rosa, because Thunder Rosa can't handle that, obviously, then Thunder Rosa, she's holding on to Rachel, but then Athena had dropped her title in the ring, so here's Thunder Rosa raising up her title, and I'm just like, girl, that's not yours. Why are you raising up her title? And obviously it's looking like, hey, we're going to get something between these two girls. Now, honestly, if anybody could have taken the title off of Athena, I wouldn't mind it being Thunder Rosa, even though I would have loved for it to be Queen Abinata, but she's busy with doing the tournament for the pure title in a moment. So Thunder Rosa would be a great opponent for Athena, whether she wins or loses an opportunity to be holding that title. Now, just when I thought the show was over, then all of a sudden they're showing 4 men walking through a desert. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? Honestly, I thought that some other show was coming on. And then all of a sudden they show the men face and they're wearing masks, like really flamboyant masks. And I was like, wait a minute. Are those the boys for Dalton Castle? And I was like, let me see where this is going. They're walking through this desert and they're looking for, I guess, a sign or something. And as they're walking through the deserts, every few feet or whatever, you're seeing little feathers of a peacock feather. And I was like, oh my God, they're doing it. Our boy is coming back. Then all of a sudden, they stop on their tracks because there is a UFO ship or whatever the hell you call it flying in the air. Then it lands on the ground at the desert. And then guess who comes out? Dalton Castle. And look, Dalton Castle, he is it for me. Like, he is super entertaining. People love Dalton Castle. And let's be real, like, Dalton Castle is needed right now. The last time I felt like I truly enjoyed a storyline in Ring of Honor was when Dalton Castle, right before he got injured, for a couple of months, he was feuding with Johnny TV, and their segments and the matches and everything was just some wild shit, and it was so fun. And that was the last time I actually felt like I really enjoyed a story within Ring of Honor. And he has been injured for almost a year. You know, and he was even saying, like, don't even worry about me for 2025. I don't even know if I'm going to make it in 2025. But here we are with this video of Dalton Castle, and our boys is back. And he said, boys, Let's go break some hearts. And oh my God, that just made me feel so good, so good. So Dalton Castle, he's back. At some point, he'll get back into the ring, and I know a lot of people are definitely excited about this. Overall, the show I thought was all right. 40 minutes of wrestling, Tony Khan, baby. We have to improve on this, because I feel like the shows are just getting shorter, and that part I don't like. But with some upcoming residencies in a few places, hopefully they'll be able to get a little bit more time with filming. While they're over there in Mexico, if y'all gonna have to leave some people over there for the weekend so that y'all can film a couple of episodes of Ring of Honor, like, fuck it, just do it, because we need more than that. We're spending $10 on this subscription for Honor Club. 40 minutes a week is honestly not enough. You guys, thank you so much for watching my review. No Collision this weekend since they gave it to us last night. So I will be back on Wednesday with Dynamite. Whoa, wait, hold on. Wednesday is actually Collision and Dynamite again. Another 4 hours. And Tony Khan, please try that stunt again with the 14 minutes of the women's. And I think people will definitely have a lot of words for you next week. Thanks for watching, you guys. See you guys then. Bye.